Welcome back, YouTube. So this video is going to be straightforward, straight to the point. If you have a 24 and up S650 Mustang, this is what you need to build it. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's go. I haven't got them yet, but first thing that you should get is some kind of lowering springs. Steeda makes some excellent springs, so does BMR, cleans up that wheel gap, and yeah, who doesn't want better handling and a better stance? Coming in at number 2, what you want is a good set of wheels and tires. So these are my forged wheels. I love the silver finish, looks super sharp. And these are Nitto G2s in the front, 285, 30, 20. So they're quite wide in the front. Then you want to go and get a nice meaty setup in the rear. These are the Nitto NT555 R2s. Fantastic tire. They have a good life and they allow you to get that traction because the stock Pirellis are garbage in my opinion. The thing about wheels and tires too, if you get the right offset and you can get a really nice fitment without having to do too much suspension work. Now, next, you really don't need to get an exhaust system if you have the active exhaust. It sounds really good from factory, and you really don't need to do much to it. But if you're going down that rabbit hole, try starting small, getting an H-pipe underneath, seeing if that does the trick for like 75% of people. And if not, get an axle back with that as well. I have the Borla S-type, sounds super sick. And yeah, don't get an X-pipe, go with the H-pipe, deeper sound, trust me. Another thing too, which it's hard to find good images of it online to show the stark contrast, but the RTR hood vent makes the stock hood look that much cooler. See, I'm showing it off here, trying to get all the angles. It looks a lot more aggressive and it protrudes a lot more than the stock one. Stock one's pretty flat. This one does have quite a bit of rise to it and it's fully functional, looks sick. Another thing you definitely want to do too, you want to PPF the front end. It's not the strongest paint, so be cautious of that. If you want to keep your S650 for a long time, then yes, absolutely PPF the front end. Then also, another thing that you want to do, these cars with the IRS, they have a ton of wheel hop out the box. So go ahead and get the BMR cradle lockout too. That'll change your life. You'll put the power to the ground. The car will feel a lot more straight and that will be fantastic. Honestly, you can enjoy the car like that for a while. The exhaust will make it way more fun to drive. Then the wheels and tire will give you so much better grip in corners. The car will feel entirely different. The BMR cradle lockout will allow you to put the power down. It'll feel a lot faster than factory because you're actually not slipping as hard. And the lowering springs will make this car a corner carver. Now, if you want to take it up a notch, go with a tune. Go with an E85 tune. If you have access to E85, that is hands down the best bang for buck with these Coyotes. You can get close to 500 wheel horsepower with that thing. Get some headers on the car. If you don't have E85 93, you can still get some good gains with that. If you want to keep it NA, then you can absolutely go with catless or high flow headers, do a tune, and the full exhaust system. I honestly don't think you need an intake. I think it's a highly overrated mod for these cars. It looks great, sure, and if that's your style and you want to spend the money for it to look good, yeah, do you. But to get it for gains is not, it's not worth it, Chief. Trust. The dyno proves this, and the stock airboxes flow really well. Now, if you want to go balls to the walls and you want to go max kill mode, then you can go with a Whipple kit, stage 1 or a stage 2 kit. I'd recommend going to stage 2 though, because if you get the stage 1, you're eventually going to want the stage 2, so you might as well just get the stage 2 right away to begin with, and it'll save you money in the long run. If you're concerned about the reliability of it, there's a reason Ford sells these kits to you. The warranty though that they provide with the stage 1 kit is very nuanced. It's 3 years, 36,000 miles, but I believe it comes into effect like the day you pick up the car. It's something weird, and also like, I may not be 100% correct on that, so don't quote me, but it only covers certain monetary values for certain parts. So it's not like anything goes wrong, they'll fix it. No. Read the warranty before you do it if you're buying it for that sole purpose of it having a warranty. But If you're gonna be keeping this car a street car and you're not gonna be going to prep services too often, you don't have to worry about snapping an axle per se, especially if you're not doing a lot of dig racing. If you're just driving this car, and even if you're driving it hard on the street, like rolls and maybe the occasional launch here and there, you probably will be fine for a long time, given that you do all the maintenance. You have to do a lot more consistent maintenance, more frequent maintenance when you do boost. That should be a no-brainer though. So if you're willing to do that, then you're fine. I know somebody personally with a Gen 2 Coyote. They put the Whipple on the moment they bought it, and now they're at 101,000 kilometers. That's 101,000 kilometers. Call that about, I don't know, 60,000-ish miles. Boosted. He raced it, did everything, and he did all the maintenance, did all the proactive measures to ensure it's safe. Still a stock block, makes 730 on pump, 93, and he's had no problems. So it can be done, guys. If you don't want to go the Whipple route, go with the ESS kit route. I would recommend going with, if you're going to stay on 93, if you go with the G3, it'll make slightly more power on the dyno than the G2, but if you go with the G2, you can save some money. And if you're not planning on going E85, the G2 is more than enough to handle 93 octane. I have a friend, Gen 2 Coyote, 93 or 94, Petro 94. He made 708 wheel on a G2, and that was in 45-degree Celsius shop conditions. Keep in mind, yes, he had high flow cats. He had a Boss 302 manifold. It's a pretty built Gen 2 Coyote, and it is a built motor. It's not the best example of like real life horsepower figures because there's a lot going for him. He has a 302, as I said, and all the built motor. It's a fully built motor, good for 1,000 wheel. But he made that with an ESS kit, and it's nasty. It absolutely is. It's definitely more streetable than the Whipple, so that's something to be cautious of. Then there's obviously ProCharger and Vortec, but I would recommend sticking with either a Whipple, ProCharger, or ESS. That's my 2 cents. And it really just comes down to what you want, what power band you want. So that's like a few tiers that you can go with building your S650. Having had an S550 and I went crazy with the exterior, I did carbon wing, LED grills, custom exterior wrap, wheels, tires, tons of interior mods, like all this aesthetic stuff. Honestly, less is more, guys. I low-key missed stock when I did all that work to it. So be conscious of that and enjoy building your Mustang. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one.